I've been studying philosophy for a while, and one of my absolute favorites is Hegel. Hegel lived from the 1700s to the 1800s, and he's mostly known for the phenomenology of spirit, but he also had a series of essays and lectures that were published later in his life called The Philosophy of History. And in there, in the first part of the book, he has a quote that struck me. And it goes like this: without rhetorical exaggeration, we could paint the most fearful picture of the misfortunes suffered by the noblest of nations and states, as well as by private virtues. And with that picture, we could arouse feelings of the deepest and most helpless sadness. Not to be outweighed by any consoling outcome, we can strengthen ourselves against this, or escape it, only by thinking that, well, so it was at one time. It is fate. There is nothing to be done about it now. And finally, in order to cast off the tediousness that this reflection of sadness could produce in us, and to return to involvement in our own life, to the present of our own aims and interests, we return to the selfishness of standing on a quiet shore where we can be secure in enjoying the distant sight of confusion and wreckage. He was writing that as the world was turning away from slavery, and nations that had already abolished it were looking to places like the United States that were still actively engaging in slavery. But those words that I just read, they are as poignant today as they have ever been. If you apply that language to what has happened in Minnesota by ICE agents here in this country, it's very easy to understand where he was coming from. And maybe you've seen, like me, people online saying, I've had enough of the political talk. I've had enough. I don't want to hear about it anymore. Read them that quote. We cannot just stand by on our shores and be at peace.